Good morning, Dan.
Morning.
Are you ready to go get them?
Gonna slay him today.
As soon as we wake up, right?
As soon as we wake up, yeah.
Nothing like a warm breakfast to start a fishing trip.
This looks great.
That's what you get up here. Buck Canyon Lodge.
We aim to please.
It's time for the Northwest Fishing Reports. Come along as we travel to hidden gems and fishing hotspots around the Northwest. You'll see a little of everything as we fish with top guides on their home waters and bring you the latest in tackle, tactics, and techniques to help you catch more fish. With Aaron Borg, Mike Carey, and Rob Holman. Presented by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
Hi everyone, Mike Carey with Northwest Fishing Reports. We're on a cast and blast adventure here at Hunter's on Lake Roosevelt. I'm with Todd Graves of Lake Roosevelt Charters. Todd, we're going to be doing some walleye fishing today, huh?
Yeah, exciting.
Yeah, now
Very exciting.
you have, I don't know if I can say that you pioneered this technique, but before you came along, I didn't see anyone deep jigging for walleye.
No, and there's not too many that do it. I mean, a lot of people, they bottom bounce, you know. There's a couple others that do it. You know, some older guys that have shown me that have passed it on. A lot of people use it in the Northeast, Lake Erie,
Okay.
Wisconsin, Minnesota. And the trick to this method is just basically keeping your jig on the bottom.
Yeah. And how deep are we going to be jigging today?
Well, lately we've been catching right around from 80 feet to about 110.
Wow. That's
So-
like Puget Sound deep jigging.
Well, it is, and then even in the winter we go deep as 170, 160 feet out here. The
Wow.
colder the water they get, the deeper they go. The
All right.
warmer it gets, the higher they go. Come around June,
You'll
you
be
know, late part of
fishing
May, you'll be
shallower.
fishing 20, 30 feet out here. You'll find them abundant.
All right.
So
Well,
the key is the temperature to the water. So
I'm excited. The crew's excited. Let's go get some fish.
yeah, I'm excited too. I'm excited to teach you guys. So
All
let's
right.
go get her done.
Let's go.
As Mike heads out with Todd and Scott, Rob and Hillary join local angler Dean, one of the innovators of deep water jigging on Lake Roosevelt.
What I'll do is I'll set up out here on the front, have you folks come up, and I'll show you what to look for, and then I'll set your poles up and turn you loose.
That sounds good.
Dean, how long did you say you've been out here jigging for walleye?
Oh, about 27 years. You've always got the current to contend with, the wind to contend with, and the bottom. And you try to stay as close to the bottom as you can get. So that's the real secret to catching walleye.
I'm out here today with Dean, the guy that taught Todd how to walleye fish or jig for walleye here in Roosevelt. So I think we're going to have some good luck too.
Captain Scott,
Yes, sir.
I'm looking at the fish finder and those look like fish marks down on the bottom there.
That's what that would be.
Lake Roosevelt Charters is made up of Captain Scott, and we have Todd here manning the rods and the gear,
Yep, keeping some fish.
keeping a few fish,
Yeah.
hopefully a lot of fish.
The main goal is to basically find our depth. We'll start probably, I don't know, 80 feet. We'll go out to 100, 109, starting there. Once we find and fish at that depth, we'll stay on them. I'll pretty much steer us from the front of the boat, keep us at the desired depth, and I'll let you guys jig off the back. Here's basically what we're using. Rubber worm, 1 ounce jig. And then what we'll do too is I'll take and I'll put a little bit of bite on the hook. So when those walleye grab it, I'll come down here and I'll just put a little out on like that. So there's a little more bite on that hook. Just put a piece of crawler on the back of this jig. Just like that. And the idea is to get this jig on the bottom and keep it 5-6 inches to the bottom and just stir up that sediment. If you don't feel the bottom, you're not going to catch walleye using this method.
Let it out, let it hit the bottom again.
Yep.
It just be working on 4 or 5 inches of the bottom while we're jigging?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. I'm just getting close to the bottom. And when your jig gets close to the bottom, you'll see that line go real, real slow.
There we go, fish.
Keep reeling and don't stop. If you give them any slack, Mike, they'll get off.
Fish on, first one of the day. That's a good feeling fish.
Yeah, they put pretty good fight into them from the bottom all the way to the top.
You're right. I'm impressed.
We found that one. That was about 110 feet, 115.
115.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was very obvious. Tap,
Yeah.
tap, tap. There's no
Yep.
doubt about it.
And sometimes it'll feel like it's a stick. Your jig stuck in the mud. You'll go to pull up and it's a fish on there.
Yeah. Welcome to my fish fry.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a nice one to start the
Good
day.
eating one too.
Yeah, that's good eating size. There you go. A mess of these will make for some good eating.
Make a wonderful meal. About 16 inches, I guess. Nice fish. Fun to catch, better to eat.
He's fair size, a good eater size. Not as big as your last one, I don't think.
I got one on.
Fish over here, all right.
We can get one in the boat for the G store.
110 feet.
On the board. First walleye ever for me.
Well, congratulations.
Cool.
Thanks to Lake Roosevelt Charters.
Hey, we'll get you some more of them on too.
Scott, I noticed we have put out wind socks. Why don't you tell our viewers why you did that and how that helps with the fishing?
Water drag just slows the boat from drifting down the lake, so you can jig, feel the bottom.
Definitely have noticed the difference. Not as much line running out to get to the bottom. Feel the bottom better, so good call.
It looked like you were reeling.
Oh,
burbot.
A burbot.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, no, they are definitely good eaters. Nice fish, Dan.
Thank you, sir.
Take a look at that guy. Yeah.
2 for the General Store.
With the end of the first day of fishing, Dean shows Rob and Hillary how to fillet a walleye.
But there's just a real nice sized walleye. That fish probably weighs maybe 1.25 pounds. Not big, but just great table fare. And that's what most of us are after, is good table fare. When I clean my fish on the boat, I normally rinse the fish fillets at least 3 times, and then I take them home and we re-rinse them there a couple of times, and my wife goes over them after that. And if we're going to freeze them, we freeze them in water, and that way they don't, you can keep them in the freezer until you're ready to utilize them, and they don't freeze or burn. So it's no sense wasting it, because it's, like I say, it's some of the best eating fish that there is. And I guess that's all there is to it. everybody seems to have a little bit of their own technique, but that's how I do it. This is the nicest one we got today, and I'm not sure, but I think Hilda might have caught this one. That's a real nice walleye. And this one happened to be a female, which I hate. See the eggs? That's only the third female I've caught this year. You'll catch 100 males to one female.
Do you do anything specific with those eggs when you do?
No, I just turn them into fertilizer. You can take the cheeks out of the walleye head. Most people that fish have heard of taking halibut cheeks. Of course, halibut are considerably bigger than walleye, and and you get a lot more meat, of course. But the cheeks on a walleye lay right here behind the eye, and they're kind of tedious to take out, but you just stick your knife in there, lace it around, and come up like so, grab a hold of them, and you can just peel the cheek right off of the skin, and the cheeks have a consistency and a flavor of scallops.
Hey everyone, we're visiting with Rick Wakefield of Buck Canyon Lodge here on the Columbia River. We're way up on the northern part of the river, aren't we?
Yep, right by 4 miles south of Gifford, right on Lake Roosevelt.
We've been doing walleye fishing today, and we'll do some more walleye fishing tomorrow. And pretty excited, my first turkey hunt coming up tomorrow.
It's opening day, and we should have some action. We've got plenty of birds this year. There's birds everywhere, and on my leases I've scouted some big toms, so you should have some action.
Tell me about Buck Canyon Lodge. How long have you owned it?
Well, we've started it going on. This would be our 15th turkey season. We do hunting packages, semi-guided. And we also have just lodging and meals for people that want to come and stay on Lake Roosevelt and bring their boats up and go fishing.
Day one successfully in the books. Mike, Dave, and Dan join Rick Wakefield of Buck Canyon Lodge on a crack of dawn turkey hunt.
Oh, boom! They go right down.
I'm surprised to see that one get up. I mean, because I think he initially went down, and then he took off, and Dan tried to get him shoot him out of the air.
I was gonna do an aerial. I was like, leaning out the window. Awesome, man.
But he got him. That's all it counts. Turkey dinner.
We're starting day 2, Aaron.
Yep.
Todd, conditions are a little bit different than yesterday.
Yeah, they're a lot different. We had a little bit of south wind that stirred things up, so
What do you think with it being this calm? Are we gonna have better chances?
I think we will.
Same technique?
Same technique. We'll hit the same areas. So
very
see what
cool.
we come
Oh,
up
wait a minute. They've got a turkey. Let's check into Mike with the turkey cam.
That took no time at all. The 3 birds came in and bam, 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 down they went. Rick, that's kind of how you said it might go.
Yeah, well, I was off by 15 minutes.
Off by 15 minutes,
But,
okay.
we'll take it.
Well, this is my first turkey, so that's pretty
Congratulations.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Thank you. Really interesting listening to the turkeys as they're calling in the dark and as the light's starting to come up. Tell us about how these birds come into play as far as coming down from the hills and such.
Well, the toms always start gobbling in the dark. They're the first ones to come off the roost so they can fan out and be there for when the hens come down so they can breed them. So these came down first and they saw our decoys, and I did a couple little clucks and they came running. So these guys made the shot count, and here they are.
Yeah, it was awesome. You have to aim for the head, right? You don't do a body shot on turkeys, so I gotta admit I was a little anxious about my aiming skills.
You did it.
Went right down, so pretty cool. If guys want to book a trip with you, how do they go about doing that?
Well, just go to our website, buckcanyon.net, and you can contact me.
Great place to stay, great place to hunt. So Rick, thanks again.
You betcha. It's a pleasure.
And Dave,
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Dan.
Dan, nice job, guys. We'll see you guys on the water, online.
Let's go have breakfast.
Oh yeah, there you go. Let's go have breakfast.
Hooked another one. We've been out here about 20 minutes. A little calmer than yesterday. Reeling something in. Yesterday was burbot and walleye with this technique. That's kind of what we're targeting. See if we can get this one on the boat. Do you guys net him?
Yeah.
Because old Dean, he just wanted me to whip it on the deck of the boat and fillet it on the way in. Good eater size walleye. Is this about average or a little bit on the small side for what you usually catch?
It's about average. A little bit bigger down on this end of the lake.
What do you got going, Hillary?
Finally caught a fish. Been out.
Right. Oh, here it comes. Look at that.
It's all right.
Walleye magic.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
So we got the jig again, the worm, the hook.
This knife here is crazy.
Just as old Dean hooked us up with.
Barely have moved.
One of the interesting things about this technique is that you're continuously either taking line in or putting line out as you're trying to keep it your jig on the bottom. Another walleye. That's what, Scott, 16 inches?
Yeah.
About a 16-inch prime eater. All right.
Good job. Let's do that again.
Dan got one that might be in a little feeding frenzy.
Oh, nice one.
Oh.
Come on, Todd.
Off there. There we go. Nice fish, man.
Oh, it's a nice fish.
Fishies now.
Things are starting to heat up. Put away. Here, let me hold that huge net his. Yep.
What's going on, Dan?
Oh, my first one of the day. A true cast and blast.
Right
Turkey
on.
this morning, fish in the afternoon.
All right. So Dan, you're with the General Store in Spokane and the fishing hole. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Do you guys carry some of this gear we're using?
Yep, we do. Both stores, either Division or Argon, you come in and get what the pros use. Yep, everything you need for cast and blast.
About the width of a pan. The fillet will go right in the pan.
They
Perfect
even
for
sell
eating.
the fry pans.
We do.
Even sell the fry pan.
Cast iron, whatever you want.
Well, Dan, thanks a lot for coming out and doing this cast and blast with us.
Thank you, Rob, and thanks to Lake Roosevelt Charters.
Todd, what are you looking forward to next year?
Well, we'll be looking forward to doing some sturgeon fishing coming up here at the end of June. We'll do that, and then after sturgeon, we'll come back to the lake down here south on Roosevelt, and we'll fish trout and kokanee. And then so when the fall time comes, we'll come up here and fish trout and go back into the walleye season. We sort of do trout and walleye in the fall, sort of a mix. So whoever's interested in doing walleye or trout, come on up to Hunters and we'll put some fish in the boat for you.
Scott, what's your favorite?
Sturgeon. Yeah, I had a lot of fun doing that last year. It was the first time I ever fished for him, and caught it. First fish I ever caught was an 8-footer. So it was a lot of excitement.
Got you hooked?
Very much so.
Looking like another fish, Dan.
Looking good so far.
Looking good.
Get him in the boat here.
Hey, I really want to thank Lake Roosevelt Charters, Todd and Scott, Wendy and Rick at Buck Canyon, the General Store, Toyota dealers of the Inland Northwest. This has been a great trip. We've got some turkey, we got a little bit of everything going. If you're watching us on TV, be sure to go to our Facebook page, like us. You can see an extended edition of this show on YouTube, like and share. If you're watching on YouTube, remember to smash the like button, share, and subscribe. For Northwest Fishing Reports, I'm Rob Holman, and we'll see you on the water and online.